A scale is a summary of the pitches used in a piece or section of music. When we remove any repetition and rhythm from a melody and arrange the pitches of that melody within an octave in ascending order of frequency from low to high, we create a scale. Scales generally can contain anywhere from 4 to 12 pitches. We arrange the pitches within an octave to make it easier for us to look at the pitch content of each scale. We can rearrange the members of the melody like this due to octave equivalence, the idea that all pitches related by octave are comparable to our ears. This is why our musical alphabet can have only 7 pitches. Our ears group pitches related by the doubling of their frequency into equivalent families. For example, if we look at all the A's on the piano, we see that the lowest, A0, vibrates at a frequency of 27.5 Hz. If we double the frequency of that A, then we get the frequency of the A 1 octave higher, A1. If we keep doubling the frequency of each previous octave, we'll get the frequencies of all of the A's on the piano keyboard. While all of these pitches have different frequencies, we call all of them A. All of the notes of the same name, regardless of octave, are all part of the same pitch class. The type of scale that we are concerned with most in Western music theory is the diatonic scale. A diatonic scale is any scale containing 5 whole tones and 2 semitones. This results in a scale containing 7 distinct pitches. Where the semitones occur within the scale change its character dramatically. There are many fixed schemes, or modes, that exist, but we will be studying 2 in particular. The first mode we will learn is the major mode. A major scale is a scale of 7 different pitch classes with the interval pattern from low to high of whole tone, semitone, whole tone, whole tone, semitone. On the piano keyboard, the scale that begins on C and includes only the white notes is a major scale. Here is what it sounds like. Let's look at the C major scale, both on the piano and the staff. Whole tones exist between C and D and E, F and G and A and B. Semitones exist between E and F and B and C. It is best to visualize the notes of the major scale on the piano keyboard first, and then to translate those pitches into staff notation. We can use the pattern of whole tone, semitone, whole tone, semitone to create a major scale beginning on any pitch. Let's start on D this time. Notice that the D major scale uses both white and black keys on the piano. That means that we will have to use some accidentals when we write the scale on the staff. Starting on D, we need to move a whole tone up to the next scale member. That brings us to E. Now we need to move up another whole tone. That brings us to F sharp. When we write this on the staff, we need to leave some room to place a sharp to the left of the notehead. Now we need to move a semitone up from F sharp. That brings us to G. Now we need 3 whole tones in a row. That gives us A, B, and C sharp. Finally, we need 1 semitone, and that brings us back to D. We can label each pitch of a scale in several different ways. The pitch for which the scale is named is called the tonic. In this case, the tonic is D, and we call this scale a D major scale. The word tonic evolved from the Greek word tonoi, which had multiple definitions, one of which was a note. In the Middle Ages, toni referred to the starting pitch of each of the different modes that were used in church music. Each member of the scale has its own name: tonic, supertonic, mediant, subdominant, dominant, submediant, and the leading tone. We can also refer to them by scale degree numbers. The tonic is scale degree 1. Note the circumflex placed above scale degree numbers. The remaining scale members ascend up to a scale degree 7. Finally, through a process called solmization, we can associate each scale member with a different syllable. This is a mnemonic device used to help in the singing of scales and intervals. We use solfege syllables to refer to each scale member. the tonic is referred to as do. The supertonic is re, the mediant is mi, the subdominant is fa, the dominant is sol, the submediant is la, and the leading tone is ti. The idea of solmization was created by Guido Arentinus, a Benedictine monk from the Italian city-state of Arezzo. He's most commonly known as Guido d'Arezzo, or Guido of Arezzo. Using a system of syllables, which he associated with the joints of his hand, Guido was able to create a system that taught monks in training how to sing all of the liturgy that was required for them to learn. Returning to our discussion of the major scale, let's create a step-by-step method for how to construct the major scale on the staff. Step 1. Notate the tonic of the scale. Step 2. Since the major scale consists of 7 different pitches, go ahead and place a note head on each line and space, beginning at the tonic, until you get to the next octave higher. Step 3. Using a piano keyboard, either real or visualized, use the pattern of whole tones and semitones to determine which pitches need accidentals. Step 4. Add accidentals to the note heads on the staff. The major mode is characterized by a happy or uplifting feeling. Another type of mode, the minor mode, is characterized by a sad feeling. There are 3 distinct types of minor scales, each having their own pattern of whole tones and semitones. This module will only discuss the natural minor scale. The natural minor scale is also a diatonic scale and also contains 7 different pitches. The difference between the major scale and the natural minor scale is the order in which the 5 whole tones and 2 semitones occur. In the natural minor scale, the order is whole tone, semitone, whole tone, semitone, whole tone, whole tone. Let's build an A natural minor scale using the same step-by-step process we learned earlier. Step 1. Notate the tonic pitch, in this case A, on the staff. Step 2. Place note heads on each line and space, moving up from the tonic for 1 octave. Step 3. Using the piano keyboard, replicate the pattern of whole tone, semitone, whole tone, semitone, whole tone to determine what pitches need accidentals. In this case, there are no accidentals, so we don't need to add anything else to the staff. This is the A natural minor scale. Here's what it sounds like. Practice building both major and natural minor scales using both the piano and staff paper. Be sure to keep your notation neat so that your accidentals are easy to read. We will build on the process you learned in this module in the next 2 modules in order to create 2 more types of minor scales.